Spoiler alert, I've already stayed here. So when I get to the part in the video where I say, would I stay here again? I think you already know the answer. Yes, I'm back in Lockerbie. Hi, it's Craig. Welcome back to Craig's Life and welcome to the Sure Best Western Hotel in Lockerbie, just across the border in Scotland. Now, I have stayed here previously about 18 months ago and I had a very nice room, and now I am doing a return visit because I'm working locally in Dumfries, which is about 12 miles away, and I'm in a different room. So I thought you might like to have a look at a different room here in this hotel. So today's actually the 28th of August 2024. I'm here for 3 nights. I have just arrived. The room has cost me £378 for the 3 nights. Now, that is a little bit pricey, but I found a travel lodge very close to where I'm going to be working, and it was actually more expensive than this. Not by much, only by about £10 or so, but when the travel lodge is more expensive than a Best Western, I think you know which is going to be the better hotel. So let's have a look at this room and see what we think. And here's the view we see as soon as we walk in. Now, the previous room I had was actually literally just above the entrance and had a wonderful huge bay window. I'm going to link it at the end of this video so you can have a little look at that. But this is just a standard room. So we, right in front of us, can see we've got a very nice bed. There are towels on the bed, which I think is very silly. I don't see the point in putting towels on the bed. They need to be in the bathroom. You'll notice the far one's got a hand towel missing because I've actually just washed and dried my hands with it. But if we have a look, we will notice we have got plug sockets on both sides of the beds and what looks like to be a very comfy bed. And then we've got wall lights and reading lights above. Just over there, there is a little stool for the dressing table area, although there's no mirror there, but you've got your tea and coffee making facilities. There's only 4 milks, so that's actually not a lot, but there's a couple of little caramelized biscuits here, or Biscoff in quite simple terms, really. And if I just look back the other way, we can see we've got a wardrobe with a vertical fan in it. We have a couple of spare pillows here. There is an iron and an ironing board. My shirts are hanging up. There's a hairdryer down at the bottom as well. We've got a fold-away luggage rack and a little bit of a dressing table area here and a nice full-length mirror. And as you can see, the TV is on the wall, and of course you've also got more plug sockets there. 3 in fact, 2 on the desk and 1 just on the side there. So you've got 1 for your hairdryer and 1 for whatever. It probably would make more sense to have the TV on this wall. That said, if it sticks out, you could easily walk along and bash your head on it. So I see why they've done, but unless you sleep on an angle, it might be a little bit tricky to watch that, but it's not bad. One of the things I've noticed with this hotel as I'm walking down the corridor is that there is a smell of paint as you go by some of the rooms, and in here as well, when I actually walked into the room, I had to push quite hard to open the door, so I'm guessing this is a new carpet, which is a nice thick pile. So it's quite clear that some modernisation and refurbishment has been taking place here very recently, and I think they've done quite a nice job on it. Let's have a little look at the bathroom in this particular room. So here is the bathroom. It is fairly standard with a toilet basin and a shower with a rainfall shower and the wand. We've got the mirror, which has actually got the indicator on it, so it looks like this is a light as well. There we go. And we have some little things here for your hair and for your body. So you've got some shampoo and some shower gel. I'm not sure. Oh, a little bar of soap just there. That's the towel I was using earlier. Behind the door there is actually a heated towel rail with the bath mat on, and it's all panels, so it's actually quite nice. The bathroom I had in the previous room looked a little bit dated, so it looks like they've actually done this. It looks rather nice. So here's the view out of the window. It has actually just been raining. Here is the main road where we come in. Just to the far side of there is the A74M motorway, and if we go that way, I've got people on horseback there. That little road down there takes you actually into the town of Lockerbie itself. So we're right on the corner, just off the A74M. So it's not that difficult to find, and I'm sure that would be lovely actually if it's not raining. But yeah, it's quite nice. It's not a bad little location. There we are, that's the room. So there's a couple of things that's worth mentioning about this. Some things that are actually quite good and some things that are still a little bit dated. This is quite good. This is for your Wi-Fi. You can just scan this QR code. It'll get you straight onto the Wi-Fi without having to log it in manually. Very useful for your phone. Slightly trickier maybe for your laptops. The thing that's a little bit dated and a bit old-fashioned is they're still using these types of keys, so they're not using the touch ones or the card ones. So that's a little bit dated, but there's only about 22, 24 rooms here. I'm not sure exactly. So the original building actually looks quite old, and there's a newer building on the end. So it looks a bit hodgepodge. There's a restaurant here as well and a bar. Haven't actually been into them, so I haven't actually eaten there yet. In fact, when I came here the last time, I think I must have been one of the only guests who were here. It was very, very quiet. But all in all, this is actually not a bad hotel. So we've already given you the spoiler alert to say, okay, would I stay here again? Yes, I already have. And if I'm back in this area again, this is another hotel that I would quite happily come back to. I'm also glad to see that there's a lot of work going on here. As I said, as I walked down the hall, you could smell paint somewhere. So some work is being done. And the carpet in this room is quite soft underfoot. So it looks like it's a brand new carpet. It feels very nice as well. So it's nice. They've done quite a bit of work here. So time to give this hotel a score now, with 1 being the worst and 5 being the best. I think because of what's going on here, it's nice to see, but it's nothing that, I mean, you pull into the car park, it's quite nice, but I think I want to give this a 3.5. 3 would be too mean, and I think 4 is probably a little bit too generous for what we get, but I think the rooms are very well equipped. You've got everything you need. There is the offer of food and drink on offer, although it's quite a limited time frame. It's between 5 and 7:45, I was told on reception when I checked in. So there's not a very large time scale to get food, but on a whole, this is actually not a bad hotel. So whether you're actually visiting the area or working in the area, or you're just as I was last time when I came in, I just needed to have a break up my journey overnight and stopped for an overnight break, which is what I did here. So this is the Shua by Best Western in Lockerbie, just across in the border region of Scotland. And overall, it's quite a nice hotel. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and look forward to seeing you again right here on Craig's Life. Bye.